Hi, precious heart. Thank you for joining us for our weekly vlog. I recently emailed our monthly newsletter describing step by step the miracles that took place during the 32nd Annual World Congress on Illumination. Our newsletter is free, and if you would like to receive it, you may subscribe through our website, eraofpeace.org. I know there is a school of thought that professes there is no such thing as a miracle. They say that whatever appears to be a miracle is just the synchronicity of energy, vibration, and consciousness merging with the natural laws of quantum physics in ways that tangibly manifest change in the physical world of form. That belief, incidentally, is absolutely true. However, in my perception, the fact that you and I, through our free will choices and our creative faculties of thought and feeling, have the ability to use our life force to co-create profound changes with the company of heaven in wondrous ways is a miracle in itself. So as we continue to move through this life-transforming cosmic moment in our ascension process, I will continue to use the term miracle. Now that the I Am presence of each and every one of us has had the opportunity to assimilate and integrate the events that took place during the week of August 11th through the 16th in 2018, our Father, Mother God, and the company of heaven are asking us to empower those miraculous activities of light by focusing on them step by step. We will begin that process today and continue for the next few weekly vlogs. As we focus our attention on each of the miracles that were God victoriously accomplished through the unified efforts of heaven and earth, these events will be amplified and empowered through the mental and emotional strata of the planet. This will allow the masses of humanity to become much more aware of them on a conscious level. I will begin by sharing the events that took place on August 11th. When I began transcribing the wonders that took place during the World Congress on Illumination, I was overwhelmed, humbled, and elated in ways that I have not previously experienced. The company of heaven confirmed that hundreds of thousands of people around the world consciously joined with those of us gathered within the portal of light at Diamond Head in Honolulu, Hawaii, from their various points of light all over the planet. I was also clearly shown by our Father, Mother God, that the I Am presence of every single person on earth assisted through the multidimensional aspects of their superconscious mind to co-create the miracles that took place that week, whether the person was consciously aware of it or not. Please hear these words from within the flame of illumined truth, pulsating in the divinity of your heart. Know that you were an essential part of this facet of our Father, Mother God's unfolding divine plan, and that you, God, victoriously succeeded in fulfilling a mission you have been preparing to accomplish for lifetimes. The Hawaiian Islands are mountain peaks on the huge continent of Lemuria that used to exist in the Pacific Ocean. That is where the initial impulse of our fall from grace took place eons ago. When it was clear that we were spiraling into an abyss of our own making, our Father, Mother God determined that the continent of Lemuria must be submerged beneath the healing waters of the Pacific Ocean. When that catastrophic event occurred, Lemuria broke apart, and a portion of it was pushed into the southern hemisphere. The islands of the South Pacific, Australia, and New Zealand are all part of Lemuria. This year, we were called back to Honolulu and the Portal of Light at Diamond Head for the 32nd World Congress, because our Father, Mother God, and the Company of Heaven perceived that the awakening taking place within the hearts and minds of the masses of humanity had reached the potential of reversing the adverse effects of our fall from grace back to the initial impulse of the fall on Lemuria. They knew that if the sons and daughters of God embodied on earth could accomplish that miracle, it would assure that the millennials and the children would be able to transcend the toxic substances and the gross contaminations within their earthly bodies that had been preventing their I Am presence from activating their consciousness codes. There were both celestial and earthly events that assisted in paving the way for this monumental endeavor. For several weeks prior to the World Congress, the earth and all her life were bathed in powerful planetary alignments and a triple eclipse series that was brought to fruition during the opening ceremonies of the World Congress, which took place on August 11th, 2018. That weekend was also the peak of the annual Perseid meteor shower. As comets and meteors pass the earth, they shake the ethers and break down the obsolete crystallized patterns and archetypes of humanity's miscreations. This allows the mighty Elohim, who are the builders of form, to create a fluid field of unmanifest divine potential, upon which new patterns associated with the unfolding divine plan can be encoded by the Company of Heaven and humanity. In addition to the assistance we received from the cosmos in order to help humanity and Mother Earth prepare for the upcoming events, there were several powerful outer world activities that occurred as well. For several weeks prior to the conference, the Elohim and the directors of the elements assisted in relieving the pressure building up in the body of Mother Earth through the accelerated divine alchemy she was experiencing in her ascension process. This release of pressure was necessary in order for Mother Earth to be able to safely receive the unprecedented frequencies of light that would be needed to activate the consciousness codes within the DNA of the Holy Innocents. That release of pressure was accomplished during the eruption of the Kaleo volcano on the Big Island of Hawaii. On July 22nd, which is celebrated in the outer world as Mary Magdalene's Ascension Day, we entered the sun cycle of Leo. Leo represents the power and might within the heart of the lion. For millennia, August 8th has been celebrated around the world as the opening of the Lion's Gate. On August 8th every year, a portal of light above the pyramid and the statue of the Sphinx in Giza, Egypt, is opened to full breath. During that time, the light of God flows through the Lion's Gate and strengthens the immortal, victorious threefold flame within every person's heart. This year, as the portal of the Lion's Gate was opened, our Father, Mother God assisted the I Am presence of every person to empower the cosmic tone reverberating within our newly recalibrated and balanced heart flames. The divine intent of that cosmic tone from our Father, Mother God was to awaken within each of us the knowing that we are one and that there is no separation. On that same day, Hurricane Hector passed by the Hawaiian Islands, clearing the atmosphere of the last vestiges of the surfacing dross prior to the activities of light that would take place during the 32nd Annual World Congress on Illumination. On August 11th, the World Congress began with the opening ceremonies. That event was free and open to the public, allowing many lightworkers from Honolulu and the surrounding areas to weave their magnificent light into the chalice of our unified heart flames. During that event, our Father, Mother God infused our planetary grid of transfiguring divine love with the highest frequencies of light that Mother Earth and humanity were capable of withstanding at an atomic and subatomic cellular level. This unfathomable frequency of transfiguring divine love flooded the earth, amplifying the divine intentions of the light workers of every person on earth 1,000-fold, in preparation for the miracles that were destined to be accomplished throughout the entire week. During the opening ceremonies, the attendees at the World Congress on Illumination were told the following: the most important presenter at this event is you. Your presence is the key to the fulfillment of this facet of the divine plan. Here is a brief biography of you, which has been given to us by our Father, Mother God. You are a magnificent, multifaceted, and multidimensional reflection of your Father, Mother God. You are a radiant sun expressing all of the various frequencies of divinity pulsating in the causal body of God. You have volunteered to be an instrument of God, and you are participating in the greatest leap in consciousness ever experienced in any system of worlds. Together we are co-creating a new octave of Godhead. Your service to the light is expanding the body of God without measure, and you are lifting every particle of life ever breathed forth from the core of creation into the dawn of a new cosmic day. The attendees were also told the following: the divine plan you have come to fulfill requires only one thing from you. That is your one-pointed consciousness, focused in buoyant joy, divine love, and reverence for all life. As you progress through these holy days, remember that above all things, your responsibility is to release the most loving, joyous, playful, uplifting, and harmonious energy you can possibly express. No matter what challenges or tests may be presented to you, know that nothing is worth moving you away from the harmony of your true being. It is time for you to be the peace-commanding presence you have been preparing to be for eons. And it is time for you to be the most powerful force of divine love you are capable of being. This is your moment, and you are ready. The following was also shared with the attendees. Your I Am presence prompted you to be physically present at this wondrous event because of the specific preparation you have experienced over myriad lifetimes. You have worked diligently for thousands of years to learn what you must do to victoriously accomplish this facet of the divine plan. This sacred knowledge is blazing in the deepest recesses of your heart, and it will be easily recalled when you need it. At this conclave, you will join in consciousness with awakened light beings you have worked with for millennia, both in celestial realms and on earth. When you are introduced to a new friend, know that you are merely receiving old friendships and renewing them as you reunite with loved ones that you have known throughout time. As we sojourn through these holy days together, the activities of light will be revealed to us step by step under the guidance of our Father, Mother, God, and the company of heaven. Each day, as the activities are gloriously accomplished, the next phase of the divine plan will be set into motion. The activities of one day will be contingent on how well we succeeded in fulfilling our mission of light the preceding day. This is a monumental moment in the evolution of this blessed planet Earth. So be here now. Dear one, please contemplate this information during the week, knowing that we are one and there is no separation. I will share more in our vlog next week. God bless you.